hello, hello, hello. So this is another little pop-up. Yeah, okay, so y'all, it is, oh mercy, January 31st. I don't know why I thought it was February 1st. Y'all know I never know what day it is. I'm pitiful. Um, and it's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It is dreary outside. It is gray. The temperature is falling. we're not it's not snowing here. We're in Florida. Now it is snowing in parts of North Florida and in parts of Georgia that it don't normally ever snow in. But we're good. We've got the plants as covered up as best as we could. And we have people who are running around like chicken with their heads cut off, trying to figure out if they need to uh, what they need to do about the pipes and all these different things. And I told my husband, I said, well, kind of it is what it is. I mean, our pool pump, I think he's going to run it, and I don't think the hot tub has issues. Just little things like that being that we're in Florida, we don't normally think about. It's not on our radar, but it's on our radar right now, and we'll do the best we can. I made some chili, so that made my husband happy. You may wonder, okay, well, where is everybody? Well, the grandbaby ain't here today, and my son, he's roamed in and out a little bit today, so I'm not sure what all he's doing. Mama has gone to the church house for some kind of celebratory thing. And then, of course, my husband and the dog are napping because it's beautiful napping weather. But I put on my channel today some freeze dried stuff. And I was thinking about I need some suggestions about what I should freeze dry that you all might be interested to see how it turns out. Uh, I've done so many uh, unique things over the last 2 years. Um, but I don't know what you all might like to see. I was thinking about doing the dill pickle chips. Do y'all think that might be something you might like to watch? Um, Vanessa, how are you doing? Hope everything went well yesterday. I was thinking about you. I have been trying to help people with their watch hours. Now, I don't know who is particularly close and really, really needs them like immediately. Um, but if I'm trying to help. I really am. Uh, oh dear, that's not good. You've got to have that surgery as soon as possible. Well, please, honey, keep me updated. Keep me posted. You can always send me a text and let me know more if you're so desired to want to do that. But we will lift you up in our personal prayers. So there's that. Um, yeah, pickle. I have to say, real outdoor living. The pickle chips are they're divinely delicious. They're very tart, very very tart. They can get a little bit salty sometimes. The thing is, when you freeze dry something, it intensifies the flavor tremendously. I just got a email or a text from my cousin in Lake City, Florida, and they're having snow flurries. So there's that. Just giving y'all the weather report, don't you know? Uh, we the candy. The children love the candy on the freeze dry. Um, what are snow flurries? Well, I've seen snow flurries a few times, and I've seen downright downpours. Uh, yes, just a little dusting, so to speak. I don't know if it's sticking. She hadn't told me that part yet. Um, But the pickle chips, and I don't know what else. I was really surprised. Okay, that pizza, it makes like a little cracker. And you think about it, if I make my own pizza dough, and I know what's in it, same thing with the sauce and everything, you could have an extraordinarily delicious cracker. Uh, because like Ritz crackers, while they're tasty, they're not very healthy. Um, so I think maybe that would be something that I'm gonna do for my family. I think that it's kind of like the ones with the cheese. Yes, Vanessa, I did not taste the cheese cracker, but Mama tasted it and my husband tasted it, and they both said it was delicious. So, there's that. So, we have moved. We've got a lot of orchids, and they live in our oak tree. Um, and so we had to move all of them, and they're all basically on the front porch now, and they've got blankets and covers up. Um, so cross your fingers. Ohio, hello. I hope to see you tonight. Are you still planning on going live? Nikki said hello, hello. Mason, hello. Well, I know no other language than English, so I'm sorry about that. Uh, if I missed anybody, hello. Don't mean to miss anybody. Um, but without my sidekick here, without Mother here to help me, um, and y'all, I don't know. Do your glasses get just absolutely filthy? I don't know what happens. I I don't know how they get so dirty. Hello, Noah. How are you? Uh, well, Ohio. I understand that. I looked on here and I didn't see anybody on, doing any kind of live or anything right now. And I thought, well, I'm just gonna get on here, jump on here, and see if anybody has anything they think I should try to freeze dry. I'm thinking I might try to freeze dry some shrimp. Never done shrimp before, but I like shrimp. I'd cook them first. I don't like to do a lot of raw meat, because, well, quite honestly, if it came to a situation where you're evacuating, you really don't want to have to uh, cook. You want to just have food that you can like snag and go. That's just my outlook on it. Oh, okay. So rural and grit and grace together or separately? Hello, LMDMT, and welcome. I haven't seen you in a while. Are you all right? Personal personal thing. I don't need. I shouldn't ask you that. I'm sorry. Dog food. Okay, this is the thing. I have done. We've made dog food for the dog, and I have not freeze dried it. Uh, I have dehydrated it, and he loves it, but it's expensive. Whew, it's expensive. And now, not to say that the stuff we don't buy him is kind of pricey too. He's a bit spoiled. Well, I've never seen shrimp dehydrated or freeze dried. Um. Oh, okay, Ohio. I'll keep an eye out for it. Oh, I fully understand LMDMT. Ohio, too. Both y'all have taken a little break, and I get that. The thing of it is to me, uh, and in fact, um, Real Outdoor Living and I were talking about it earlier. We do all have real lives outside of YouTube. Not to say that we don't appreciate our YouTube families and community. We do. But sometimes there are things that um you've got to deal with your on a personal level. I've never eaten ramen. I know that sounds absolutely amazing. Uh, but I would think that if it's got any kind of meat in it, shrimp, um, anything, that it would have to be either freeze dried or deeply dehydrated. Yes. Um, and probably, one of the things that I was thinking about doing um, is, Vanessa, I will watch you, sweetheart. Is that um, I have to have a certain amount of organ meat. I don't really like organ meat. My husband does, but I don't care for it. So I think I might do it in the freeze dryer and then just crush it up and do it in a pill form. Because I take it in a pill form now and it's very expensive. But I think that might be the way I'm gonna get around that. Well, Ohio and V, I will just keep my little bell on for y'all, and then I, of course, go on and look and see who's on frequently because I don't watch much TV anymore. Allie, Allie and I are neighbors. Did y'all know that? She lives fishing with Allie. She lives about an hour from me. And so we're gonna get together and do something. Yes, when I say organ meat, I mean liver, um, heart, really any organ meat. Like if you can even get it, if you can get like they do uteruses and all kind. I don't. I'm not gonna go for all that. I can just go get me some, you know, uh, liver and heart at the grocery store and do that. That'll be fine. We can get together pretty much any old time, Allie. I'm pretty free during the day. I don't know about you. Um, but you know what? This coming week is kind of already being booked up. I'm going to Costco. I'm going to lunch with or breakfast with a friend, and that same night I'm getting to go out to a fancy restaurant. We're having a business meeting. Uh, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I got my grandbaby. Yes, your times are different, and that can be confusing for poor old me. When somebody says, I'm going to go on at 3 o'clock, well, 3 o'clock your time, my time, it's like keeping up with when you are married to somebody who's in the military and they're in a different country, and you've got to have literally you got to have a clock in your house that's set to their time so you know when phone calls will happen and all that kind of stuff. A uterus, a uter that's a lady part. That they put those in some of the ancestral um, capsules for people who are going carnivore or need supplements. Yeah, see, and I appreciate that, Vanessa, because it does make a difference. Yes, Allie, that would be fabulous. That would be fabulous. Um, and I can drive to you. You don't have to drive down here, or we could meet in the middle. That might work out the best. Um, I might even drive the Mustang. I don't drive it very often, but y'all know that. Uh, we have staged the vehicles a little bit differently than normal because my husband was fearful that if it rains and freezes that it might break off branches on the oak tree, and he don't want them falling on none of the more expensive automobiles. All right, y'all aren't really giving me a whole lot of information on what I should freeze dry. I try to go by and see there's a spider on the ceiling. I wouldn't be surprised. Pop Tarts. I hadn't thought I'm gonna write Pop Tarts down. Any particular flavor Pop Tart? You know, I did Little Debbie cakes one time, and they turned out real well. They're weird, you know, but they turned out. I was gonna say, I don't think you could see my ceiling. I don't see any spiders up there, but I wouldn't be. I have real high ceilings, and so if there is ever anything up there, there's not a lot I can do about it. I gotta wait for somebody to get home. Even with a broom, I can't reach the top. Did you see that they have s'more popsicle or not popsicle, s'more pop tarts now? My son said they were real good. The chocolate ones, okay, I'm gonna write that down. The hey Nicole, I have done herbs, Allie. Um, I try to grow herbs in the spring and then summer, and they do beautifully. They do beautifully, and you can do your own like herbal mix for cooking. Um, I have a mortar and pestle, and you can grind them down and make just wonderful things, or just leave them whole. Um, it's wonderful. Okay, Mason, you're voting for strawberry and blueberry. Okay, all right, I wrote it down. Okay, so it's 11 o'clock. See, it's 4 o'clock here. Yeah, 4:08. Oh yeah, here comes the boy child. Here he comes. Is it getting colder?
Eh, so so.
So so.
It's been in the 60s about all day, really.
Yeah. A Three Musketeers, that'd be interesting. I don't do anything with nuts in it, so I wouldn't do like a Snicker, but Three Musketeer would work. Three. All right, I'm writing this stuff down, y'all, because it's the only way. Yes, I could make a taco mix, chili spices. I can make yeah, there's a lot of those kind of things that I can do. Uh, yes, Allie, you can freeze dry fish. Now, I have never done fish only because we tend to eat it all. You know, we're pretty quick on our fish. You tell a body part for 60-degree weather. I don't know what our weather is right now. It's not that bad. Now, my people will say they're freezing to death, but it's not that bad out there. Um, I have not done a Mounds bar, but I could do a Mounds bar. Reba been wearing her little sweater and her or jacket. Do you put shoes on Reba? Just curious. Our dog. Okay, so you know he went to the vet last week and he did not behave very nicely. So she gave us some like tranquilizer type thing, and we had to try them out on him today. Oh, the poor thing. He won't even jump up on the couch. He just kind of looks at you like, oh. So I guess he'll have to get that next time he goes to the vet, so that he don't get so hyper with them. Yes, you catch the fish. I do not clean fish, by the way, Allie. You catch the fish, and we can try a tray of raw fish, and we can try a tray of cooked fish. That would be very interesting. Okay. Oh, she's out there chasing squirrels. Well, then Reba's just happy as a clam. That's another thing I've never done is clams. Oh, I'm glad she don't have to wear boots. I don't think my dog would want to put boots on. In fact, I don't know that I could put a coat on him either. Maybe. He wouldn't like it, I can guarantee you that. You know, I don't know about the squirrels up there in Ohio much because we don't really have a lot of squirrels where we're at out there in Ohio, but um the squirrels and the bunny rabbits have been eating my decorative flowers. I don't mind sharing with them, but I don't like it when they just eat things down to the nub. And the other thing that they ate up, which I was shocked, stunned, and amazed about, was spider plants. They ate them spider plants down to nubs. I hope they come back. I don't know if they will or not. But they must be delicious because I know they'll eat my lettuce down to a nub. So that's why I have to hang it in a flower pot. Well, Allie, that's a plan. We will try to see what happens with freeze drying fish. Um, Now, Allie, what's your favorite fish? My favorite fish is hogfish, but I do love flounder, and I like grouper. I'm not a, I like a light white fish more than any of the others. Y'all notice I got on long sleeves, but I can't stand it. I would not do well with, and I even have on long pants, y'all. I don't have on socks though, but I do have on shoes. But I never. You like trout? I don't. I've had trout before, but I had that on an open fire, and it was very tasty. It was very nice. Um, I only own 3 pairs of pants, long pants, and I don't own any fancy long pants. And I'm supposed to go out to a fancy dinner. I'm gonna have to wear a dress, but I do have long dresses. Oh, flounder and trout, yes, Allie. Now I do like redfish as well. Epic, hello, how are you today? And welcome, welcome. The now I love salmon, but obviously, Allie, you know we don't catch that here. And I like tuna. Okay. Wait, now do you go, Allie, do you go freshwater fishing much? Have you gone out to the marsh out here in Fellsmere? It's a very popular spot. Do you have a boat, Allie? Or do you just fish from the bank? I like redfish. It's tasty. Do you like mullet? I like smoked mullet. Gator. Yes, I had gator not last weekend, the weekend before. I have not dried gator. Uh, I generally speaking, when I do get gator from my neighbor, I make a chowder with it. It's delicious. My sister lives out in Fellsmere, not too far from the marsh. Mosquito heaven. Well, Allie, did you know that Granny has a boat and a jet ski and a kayak? So, see, we could just be fully immersed in the uh, Indian River Lagoon. Nicole just sent me a text. Her Wi-Fi is not working so great right this minute. You know, they're up there in Canada and it's cold. The Gator Nuggets LMDMT. You know, you need a smaller name. I could just call you Sweetie. Um, Sweet potatoes. Yes, I have done sweet potatoes in the freeze dryer. Uh, I've done them like cut round, you know, and then I've done them cut wedges like French fry type things. I've done them raw and I've done them cooked. Um, Both are beautiful. Yes, the mullet, the mullet had kind of dried up from the lagoon for a while there, but it seems to have made a resurgent, which I'm very, very happy about. Jane. Oh, see, Jane is a much more simple name. No offense. It's just like, uh, I don't get offended if people call me by whatever name they want, really. Yes, the boat was in the Mustang picture, and actually, if you paid real close attention, you could probably see the jet ski too. Well, okay, when we go out in the boat, I always get in trouble because I don't pay attention well enough. Because he's busy hardline fishing, and I generally get bored. So, uh, I tend to get in trouble. We the last time we took it out, we had gone camping up at oh, it's right up there on the other side of the bridge on the in Brevard County. Oh Lord, I can't remember the name of it. But we had gone camping up there and taken it. But yeah, we can do that when the weather gets a little nicer. Why don't they think your name could be Jane Smith? It's a simple name. I don't mean that in an offensive way. Please don't be offended. Joy, hello, hello, welcome in. Oh, okay, so you have a lake nearby. I I live 4 miles from the ocean, so basically 2 miles from Wabasso Causeway. Do you know where Wabasso Causeway is? I live 2 miles from it. I live on the other side of the railroad track. I don't live on the rich people side of the railroad track. I live on the other side of the railroad track. Well, you must really love fishing. Have you seen those people? And it's colder than you know what, and they're out there fishing. And I'm like, it was windy today too. Let me look. It's still a little breezy, but not like it was earlier this morning. Oh, Rural just went live. How lovely. I can cut me short because I'm not really saying much of nothing. And I'm sure there are people who'd rather go see what he has to say because he's very entertaining. And he's got so much information. Okay, well, Allie, that's where we generally put in is at the Wabasso Causeway. And any of you who, if you're ever really that interested, you can look at the map of Florida and find us pretty easy. We're not hard to find. It's a lovely area. Getting a little congested now, which I don't like at all. But progress. Um, so y'all got any more tidbits that you think we ought to try? Because this is not gonna fill up the freeze dryer. And I wouldn't put the fish in at the same time that I did the Pop Tarts or the Three Musketeers or the Mounds Bar. I think that might be a little. You don't want to mix flavors too terribly much. Oh, Allie, I will tell her. She will be thrilled. Um, Susan, hello, hello. The My mother, 87, and she does really well. She really does. She is truly enjoying putting her little videos on. I asked her if she wanted her own channel. She said, "No, I just want to put them on yours." I said, "Okay, we'll do it however you want to, Mama." You know, I've done strawberries, but I've never done chocolate covered strawberries. That's an interesting take. We could try that for sure. Because, uh, well, if the freeze don't get all the strawberries, it's still strawberry season here. Strawberries chocolate covered. And quite honestly, I have been craving chocolate so bad lately. It's very sad. Oh, I'm so glad you all got some rain. You know, Australia is such a huge country. It's absolute. The grapes. I have done freeze dried grapes. Now, here's the thing with grapes grapes, blueberries, cranberries, you have to cut every one of them open. It can be a bit tedious, but they're delicious. They're like little sugar bombs. Jane, I do. I when I first got it, I thought I just went crazy and did all kinds of stuff. And so now I still do stuff, obviously, but Susan, we're talking about freeze drying. I like to I like to keep up with doing stuff because I feel like that machine costs so much. I need to use it, you know. And I give a lot of it away, and I, of course, store quite a bit of it. Which my husband's like, "Where are we gonna put all this? Where are we gonna put all this?" Well, we'll figure it out. Um, but I have seen more and more of it. I saw Skittles, freeze dried Skittles from the Skittles company. I know it's not the company, but you know what I'm saying. At the Walmart, and they wanted some astronomical price. And then when we went to the Frog Leg Festival, people had a couple of different booths set up with freeze dried stuff, and they wanted like $7 for these uh milk duds in a bag that was about this big, and so that would have been half a box maybe of milk duds, freeze dried. The people raking in some money. My son said, that's what you need to do. Um, yes, there is you could definitely do a supplemental income with it. I've seen a lot of people do it. One of the things that I thought was really tasty when I did do it is watermelon. Watermelon's really good. Um, yes, Susan, you are correct. Hey, stink bug. The freeze dryers are very expensive. The only way that I got mine is because it was on sale, and my husband loves a gadget, so that's how I got mine. He bought it for me. Uh, it does. It can affect the electric bill, but ours has not really. I mean, maybe $2 or $3, maybe. Um, but not so much that it's really, crushing me or anything. Because if it did, I wouldn't run the thing. Would Allie? I made chili today too. Will you, honey? I appreciate you coming on, and we'll get together about getting together. Um, Stink bug, y'all, is it snowing there? I understand it's snowing in parts of South Georgia. And my cousin said it was snowing in the very North Florida too. So just flurries. But snow is snow. The our place up there, my cousin had to go by and make sure all the water was turned off and all that fun stuff. He had to winterize it, I guess is the name, because there's nobody there to use anything. The Now my dehydrator, it's not a huge one, and it's not particularly sucking up the electricity. The Okay, so just flurries up there in Alabama? Well, I bet your grandma's not too happy about it. If she's like mama, she's wrapped up like a burrito and she don't like that. Mom sits there with just her little book like this all wrapped up. But she's at the church house right now. Um, oh Lord, and I told her, I said, Mother, you've got to get home before dark. Because if by chance, because it's rained, if by chance the road does freeze wet, you don't need to be out there driving on it. Plus, I don't like for her to be out driving at night anyway. Flurries. Yeah, we're supposed to dip down to freezing weather here too, stink bug. I have seen, Joy, those like wearable blankets. And have you seen those hoodies that are they heat up? Lord, I'd die in one of those. Now my husband probably like it, but I'd die. Hey Glenn, how are you doing? I don't really want it to freeze because I don't want it to kill all my plants. Oh yes, you got to keep them critters all nice and toasty, stink bug. I've had those uh they're those little packets that you open and activate and then they heat up and you can put them in your shoes or your gloves or what have you. Um I've had those in Ohio before and they really do work well. And they have patch ones. And you can even, if you get real cold area, you can get those heat patches that you put on your body for aches and pains and put them, just lay yourself up with them. Yeah, the little hand warmers, Jane, that's it. Um, she probably didn't notice their stink bug. She would not just ignore you. I know that. Um, Down home, yeah, I think we're all surviving. We're getting a little cool weather, and we're not near here in Florida, not near as cool as everybody else. But I did notice that they said it might snow in Tampa, and right now is what they're having the Gasparilla. Um, oh yes, the uh, I'm sure Ohio's over there putting his 2 cents worth in on poor old rural. Um, but the Gasparilla Parade and Festival is a pirate fest. And they have these pirate ships that come in off the Gulf and come into the harbor over there in Tampa. And they invade. And they have this big parade. It's a big deal. And I'm thinking, them people are over there. Normally, them people are like, it's kind of like Mardi Gras. And so it'll be interesting to see what happens because the shenanigans will probably be uh, cut down quite a bit. Oh, so you got the $60 bed warmer for the kitty cat. Well, you got to do what you got to do. Oh, 10 inches of snow. Well, I tell you what, 10 inches of snow would bury me up to my thighs. Southern Dave, welcome in, welcome in. Um, as a person of shortness, uh, getting up in a big old pickup truck, walking around in snow, going out in flood waters, these are highly dangerous things. Oh, Oh, that's nice that you can. Will they all four get on the same one together there, Stink Bug? See, my dog and my cat do not like each other. Yes, you all should each follow each other. You know, it's a lovely community of people, and it grows if we all follow each other. Well, Stink Bug, I'm 5'2". I think maybe I've even shrunk an inch. And now mother's a little bit taller than me, but not much. I'm height impaired. I might be one of the shortest people in my whole family. And I'm talking about extended family too. Oh, good. I'm glad they all snuggle up. All Stink Bug's kitty cats snuggle up together. Yeah, you are. My son's taller than me. I'm being like a foot taller than me, and my daughter, she's tall too. I well, Joy, the funny part is when I was in the fifth grade, and this is a long time ago, but when I was in the fifth grade, I was the tallest person in my class. Okay, so English, you're 6'1". Well, Stink Bug, he's tall too. My son's tall. You got your Wi-Fi back for a few minutes there, Nicole? Yeah, genetics. The world of genetics. Well, let's just say it did not do me well. My sister's taller than me. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but you're 6'4". See, my son's 6'4". And my daughter, I think she's 5'10". And uh now my daddy was 6 foot. So they definitely got their DNA, my children, their DNA genetics from their biological father. Yes, not from me, which is kind of sort of the way I wanted it planned. You know, if you can plan such things. So, do y'all have any fun Saturday night activities planned? Okay, Joy, okay, so you know exactly about my difficulty in finding a pair of pants that fit, that don't drag the ground. I had to cut them off. I bought them the other day and brought them home and took a knife, or not a knife, but a pair of scissors to them to get them to where they didn't just drag all over the floor. Well, I can always bring my son out here and you can see how tall he is. Oh dear, that extreme heat. I understand that the heat has been absolutely horrendous in Australia of late. Hello, Mental Raccoon? Oh, that's terrible. I hate a migraine. I don't get them very often, but when I do, I have to just go to bed. Oh, okay, Stink Bug. Sorry about that. The I, I was trying to think of something, that we could do tonight as a family. Nothing. I got nothing. We're some boring people. But thank the Lord there's not a basketball game on tonight. Oh, he had that basketball game on last night. I thought I was going to have to smack him. I mean, he goes in the other room, but I was ready to go to bed. And he had that thing on. Mm-mm. Well, I appreciate that, Stink Bug. I wasn't saying you was being nasty. I know you weren't. The Susan, or did you have a lot of animals that are being affected, or crops that are being affected by this huge heat wave and drought. That's what, as a somewhat farmer person, uh, those are the things that worry us sometimes. Is if we don't get enough rain, uh, we're not gonna have no money coming in. Yeah, poor V, you've had the dickens with the YouTube. Well, stink bug, I'm home most of the time, So shoot me a text, and I'll give y'all a call sometime. All right, the Super Bowl, like, of the football teams, the two football teams playing. I used to watch the Super Bowl. It used to be kind of interesting. They do have some funny commercials sometimes, but they have made these halftime shows just ridiculous. And there's so much money that is pushed into the Super Bowl uh, of football that I've gotten where I just kind of don't even watch it anymore. Now, my husband will watch it. He always watches it. Oh my goodness. Yes. Susan, that's not good at all. You only made 187 bales of hay and you need at least 400 plus. Yeah, that's not good. Yes, a cookie. I have done a cookie before and they are delicious. Peanut butter, particularly. Well, I'm glad you've got supplies laid in so you don't have to run out if it's bad